being so fucking dramatic right now.
Tarisha hate me for some reason. You replaced me with Miss Wendy.
Just like Jojo.
This is how I honestly fucking felt.
No, babe.
Jesus.
Crazy bitch.
Who spoiled Dinangusis? I'm horrified that Jojo's actually flung something off the table towards her bestie.
Oh, wait. Leave me alone. I just want to be with my fucking family. I'm sick of it, please. This friendship is pointless. Everything here is pointless. I came on this holiday and it's pointless.
Not Jojo leaving her own trip. That's fucking childish. Grow the fuck up, my hun.
Jojo hambile manje ushiya sodwa le intaba enza ukhahlamba.
Ruan, even her husband, are enabling her. She could say, oh, I have emotions and I have traumas and whatever it is. But at the end of the day, you're an adult.
So Nonku said she has said you slept your way to the top.
Who said slept away to the top?
No,
yeah.
Let's explain myself a fucking day. I am done.
Hey, boo. Jojo is a character. Like, what? What did Jojo just pull up there? oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I'm actually short of words at what Jojo actually pulled out there, because what is that? Like, how old are you again? I think you guys will say it's hey boo. Like, I'm still in shock at what Jojo actually did, because it was uncalled for. It wasn't, like, it was unnecessary. Even if you want to put up an act, there are better ways to put up an act, not that way. And let me ask you, what is Ryan still doing on this show? Is Ryan a housewife? I'm confused, because his friend has left the show. Jojo has gone. She has gone home. The host left her guest and went home. So what is Ryan still doing here? Am I mistaking something? Is Ryan a lady? Is he now the housewife? Please, in case you know all of this, please drop it in the comment section. Now let's dive in and actually review this episode of Housewives of Durban. Welcome to my YouTube channel. How you doing? Hope you're doing great and hope you're staying safe. Remember to subscribe, hit the bell button, and also comment in the comment section what you think about this episode of the Housewives of Durban. Now let's dive into it.
Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for this food.
My bad. Oh, sorry. I love that we all love to pray.
So this episode opened up with the housewives. It's a continuation of last week. So today they're still having their dinner, and then the dinner is set. They decide to pray over the food they're about to eat, and the prayers were just going on top of each other. Like, this one was praying and the other one was praying. My head, I'm like, are you doing prayer competition here? Then later on, everybody settled down, and then Nonku decided to lead in prayer. After the prayers, I was thinking, at least the prayers, remember that they did prayers, or they had prayers before they came for this whole trip. Now with prayers again after food, I was thinking, okay, it's going to seal up everything. There'll be no more arguments, because last week was a hell of a lot. Like, there was arguments left, right, center. You came with a private helicopter, you did not come with a private helicopter. Why did you come with this? Why did you not come with? So I was thinking that was the end. I don't know that today was just, last week was just the warm-up for what we're about to see this week. Then all of a sudden Jojo now brings up a conversation. In my head, I'm like, what exactly is happening?
Come to my attention, and the other day when Annie came into my room, it sort of confirmed it, and I was like, okay. That basically now all of a sudden I'm a drinker.
Jojo now says, oh, she wants to actually clarify something that she has heard from the ladies, or there are rumors going around that she actually drinks. She drinks a lot and all of that. And the ladies were like, where is this coming from? She now said her give an example that Annie came to, after she invited Annie to her room. Annie goes ahead to say, when Annie entered her room, Annie goes ahead to say, oh, your room smells of alcohol, that she doesn't really like it, that she doesn't like it how the ladies are thinking that she drinks a lot and all of that. And Annie is like, I don't understand. Even with myself, when she brought up that conversation, remember she actually brought up this conversation with Nonku when they were actually at the poolside. Now bringing it up again on the table, in my head I'm like, Jojo, are you looking for drama? I don't get it, because this is not something that it should be an issue. Because when Annie even came to your room and actually said, oh, your room smells of alcohol, you clarified it. Yes, Ryan actually drank alcohol, his own glass of champagne. The house is still sealed. She actually confirmed it. It's just like you coming into a place and like, your place smells of alcohol. Definitely, it's not like there was no alcohol there. There was alcohol there. You clarified it that someone else drank the alcohol.
I was like, oh, it's so cool that you're loosening up.
that's
Sorry.
nice.
So did you drink at my function? No, I'm asking like a proper. It's just weird that Jojo's bringing this up.
So why are you still bringing it on top of this table? And then she just went on that she doesn't like the way the ladies see her, that even when after Sorisha's event or thereabouts, Sorisha was asking her whether she actually drank alcohol and all of that, and she just flipped. Next thing is that she flipped and threw away a glass of water, and the glass of water actually touched her best friend Nonku. I'm very happy about that, because you cannot think you have monopoly of getting wild. No, there's no monopoly of getting wild. Nonku is actually tolerating, or is actually giving her the room, that's giving Jojo the room to actually misbehave, because this is something that shouldn't even be an issue. Okay, it's better you sit there. Like, I believe these women are women, like they're grown-ass women. These women, I think most of them have children, if not all of them have children. Why then are you behaving like a child? Like, there are better ways of addressing something. You call the ladies to the table, oh, I heard that people are always thinking so and so thing. Oh, it is not. Clear it. But I feel like Jojo has something that has been brewing, and she does not know how to actually put it out to the women. So she decided to, you know what, let her use this opportunity and throw up everything. So she now goes ahead, she flips, shows a glass of water, and the water actually spilled on Nonku, sorry, and also spilled into her eyes. And Nonku was actually feeling like but you know when water forcefully goes into your eyes. So Nonku was really hot. Then Jojo now goes that she's tired, she wants to go, she wants to do this, she wants to do that. I was like, people should leave her to go. Then we now see Maria going to meet her. Maria is trying to calm her down. Sane is also trying to calm her down. Then Maria now flips again and say, Sane, leave her alone. I know how to talk to her. I am her friend. I know how to comfort her, and all of that.
Wait, leave me alone! I just want to be with my fucking family. I don't want to be with this shit. Can you just get away? I'm always gonna get out of this, my friend. What's the name, Maria?
Meanwhile, Ryan, her friend, was nowhere to be found. In my head, I'm like, what exactly is Ryan's position in this episode, or in this whole Housewives? Because I don't really understand. When you expect to see Ryan speak up, he doesn't speak up. When you expect him to take action, he doesn't take action. So what exactly is he doing here? Ryan was nowhere to calm Jojo down. He was just hovering everywhere. He was just hovering around, and Maria was trying to calm her down. Next thing is that we see that Jojo's husband has come to actually pick Jojo up, and then Jojo goes. But before Jojo goes, Maria had to tell her one or two things that, well, she feels that she overreacted, that it is not something that she should have done. Moreover, these are ladies, like, there are times we've actually had misunderstanding, we've actually said things, but it has never gotten to this extent.
Who you were yesterday, it's completely out of character. I don't know this Jojo, okay? What's triggering you? Is it...
But, well, the deed has been done. Jojo decides to go home. Her husband came, picked her up, which is very surprising. Even Sorisha had to even say it, I think in her confessions or thereabouts, that it is weird for her husband to actually have come by that time of the night to pick her up. But, well, love is good. So I think it's just love that made him do all of that. Then we now see Nonku trying to have a spa station, or trying to have a spa, basically. Then Sorisha now walks in on her. Definitely, Nonku was looking like a mess. Like, she was looking a whole mess. Her friend is gone. Then the whole water thing in her eyes. Definitely, you know, when water goes into your eyes will be swollen and all of that. So Sorisha now comes to meet her, trying to talk about what transpired the night before. And then we now see Nonku trying to justify Jojo's point. Yes, understand that Jojo is your friend. Understand that, yes, friends are supposed to be there for each other. But at the same time, when your friend is messing up, it's time you call out your friend and say, girl, my friend, you messed up. But you now see Nonku trying to actually justify Jojo's point, that, oh, Jojo did not mean it that way. After all, it's even her that the water spilled on, and she's not having any grudges against Jojo.
It was an honest
mistake happens, I was very angry. With Jojo flipping, I know it wasn't the first time she's done it, but I know for a fact that she did not mean to hurt me.
So Risha is trying to tell her that, see, you cannot continue to allow her to do certain things. Like, yes, she's your friend. We've seen her put up this behavior before. You have to call her you have to call her out. Like, see, girl, you're my friend, but what you did so is not good. You should have done it a better way. But Nonku was not having any of it. Nonku just stood her grounds, and later on, after so much talk from Sorisha that this is not right, this is not the best approach, Nonku now decides, okay, during her confession, she said yes, that she feels Jojo overreacted, but at the same time she will talk to Jojo about all that transpired. Next thing we're seeing is Slee and Annie going for a hike. So they go to the waters, they walk through green areas, which is very lovely. You are enjoying it. So they now went to the waters, time to talk. Trust Slee. Now Slee is a very spiritual person. Slee had to pray first, and then they had that conversation of what transpired the previous night. And definitely everybody is not on the side of Jojo to even think that it was Jojo that was attacking Annie at that point in time. So they just had that conversation. It was just a very brief conversation, and then after that they left. Then now the host is gone, we now have the ladies actually trying to organize things for themselves. Then they have like a dance party or a dance something, dance ceremony for them. So they host like the organizers host like a dance session for the women. So people came out and were dancing, and then we're now seeing Ryan again in the midst of these women. In my head, I'm like, what exactly is Ryan doing here at this point in time? Ryan, you're not a housewife. Ryan, your best friend that brought you to this vacation has gone. So what exactly are you still doing here? Or am I missing something here? And we just see him sitting down there. The only thing he does there is sit down and drink and look. Then whenever his friend says something, he either shakes his head or he nods his head. He's just like an agama lizard at this point in time. Nothing he says, nothing he does, just there, if you ask me. Then the housewives now brought up the whole conversation of what transpired since they are all together. I think it was only Nonku that was not there. Jojo has gone. So the other housewives were there. They now brought up the conversation of what transpired the night before, and everybody actually condemned the act. Like, it shouldn't be. Maria even said that, well, she feels that everybody here is matured and we should all behave matured.
Let's do it in a respectful manner.
Thank you.
Because we are all women. We should be empowering each other. We are role models to other women. They're imitating us. And if this is what we're saying is okay, then we are terrible role models.
Basically, all the housewives condemned it and said there are better ways to actually go about things. Then we now conversation of Sane came up again, and then Anina asked who actually said this conversation that I slept my way to the top, and Sane was just beating about the bush. She was just blabbing, like she was saying absolute rubbish. Everything she was saying was not even making sense at all. You know, when you say something and you're trying to pretend like you didn't say it. That was Sane at that point in time. She did not know what to say because she actually said it. She now said no, she did not say it. It was when Jojo and Nonku invited her out. There was a conversation about the chair, that Annie is not fit to be on this chair. So that whole conversation was just so weird. And even her herself during her confessions, she even had to confess that, see, everything I was saying, I was just blabbing. I did not know what I was saying.
I'm going to be very specific. It's Jojo who actually said that to you more than Nonku. That's how I feel, because that's Jojo said it at that particular time at the table. And it wins any imagine now why chaza kangaka angisazi ke namanje yabona nje nami yabona mose wenza sengenza nje sengizihambela nje.
Annie did not believe her. Slee did not believe her. Everybody did not believe her because she was just, you know, when you're staying out of point. That was what Slee was saying at that point in time. Then the next day, we now see Sorisha trying to have a ride with Slee because Slee was not saying anything meaningful. So Sorisha wanted to actually understand what was going on with Slee. So called her out. They had a drive-through, and then Sorisha and I asked her, "What's up with you? What's up with the conversation you had with in regards to Annie sleeping her way to the top?" She was still trying to beat around the bush. When Sorisha now said, "So you actually said it?" She now laughed, and I said, "Yes, I said it."
Sleep your way through to the top. How did they get there? Like how? What are the steps? This is why I'm confused.
Yes, actually, I said it in that way, and then and then the next thing.
So you did say it, Sonny.
No, yes.
Oh my...
you know, this kind of, okay, you just have to stand by me. So Sorisha now advised her that, see, I think the best thing for you to do is just to apologize to Annie. That after all, so many people that are friends here have said so many things nastier than what you've said, and they are still friends till today. So I think you should just call Annie, talk to her and apologize, so that everything will just calm down. Then Slee calls Nonku out, like, so that they can have a drink. Bear in mind that Slee and Nonku have been on, like, they don't talk to each other again, knowing the fact that their children are actually very close friends, so their children actually visit themselves. So Slee had to call Nonku, and Dina had that chit chat of what's up, what has transpired between them, and it wasn't just making any sort of sense what transpired between them. I feel it's just a matter of you're higher than me. Like, the whole explanation did not just make any sort of sense. It's just women's pride. I think it was just pride that was actually doing the two of them, especially on Nonku's part. So Nonku had to apologize and saying that, okay, they'll see how it goes, they'll see how their friendship goes and all of that. Trust that when things like this happen, for that trust to come back together, it's going to take like a little bit of time.
Hear it, or you will share it within the group space. I realized that I did hurt you. I realized that you felt too good to clap. I threw you under the bus, and I'm sorry that I've made you not have this trust with me.
So they now said, okay, they'll see how their friendship goes and how the trust can be built over time. Then they now have the Last Supper. The Last Supper, where the last time, this is like the last dinner that the ladies will have before they go. So they decided to sit down and have a chit chat on what's going on and talk about previous events again, and then the conversation again starts again with who said I slept the way to the top. Bear in mind now that Nonku is now on the table, because when Sane was saying that whole issue of, oh, it was Nonku and Jojo that said it, Nonku was not on the table. So Annie now had to ask Nonku, what exactly did you say to me? What exactly did you not say?
What did you say to Sane?
What did I say to Sane? That you're not
with Jojo.
So Annie brought up the whole conversation of now you're here, Nonku. I really want to clarify things about what Sane said in regards to me sleeping my way on the top. And then Nonku was like, I don't understand, what exactly are you saying, Sane? Like, when did I say all of this? Nonku was even shocked. She may have told people this thing. Sane is a bloody liar. Like, Sane will say something, and then when it is time to actually say what you said, the way she would keep her face like she had never said any sort of thing is what makes me wonder what kind of human being she is. So Nonku now asks Sane, like, what exactly did I say? When did we have this conversation? Sane goes about again, blah blah blah, not saying anything that makes sense. Because she knows that she has been defeated, she now hits the table and now says, I spoke with Sorisha, I've clarified everything with Sorisha, don't bring it to me. Annie is talking to you, face Annie, don't face me.
I'm not going to explain myself a fucking day. I am done. I spoke with Sorisha, I am done. I'm not gonna having you guys, you fighting with her. Now you're gonna arrest me. I'm not. Talk to Annie, don't talk to me.
And Nonku is shocked. She just opens her mouth and like, what exactly is going on here? Because it's surprising. Annie is saying you said something, Sane. Why are you now hitting the table and saying you clarify things with Sorisha? So I think they didn't really show it, but I think they should have asked Sorisha what exactly Sane clarified with her. You said something to Annie. Why are you now playing about? Why are you now scared of saying what you said? Like, it wasn't making any sort of sense. Sane, you need to really grow up so much. I think generally, I think today's episode was just problematic, if you ask me. They just had issues stemming from one issue they've had previous time, so decided to just bring everything up together, and then everything just went, wow, it just exploded on everybody's face at this point in time. But going on, I think all the ladies will be fine at the end of the day. I just think most of them should be matured enough to handle situations. It's not every situation you bring to the table. There's some situations you just have to be the bigger person and walk out of. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section of what transpired today from the Housewives, and I'll see you in my next video. If you're not subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified whenever I make a post. Thank you all for always watching and coming back. Bye.
She needs to calm the fuck down, or she needs to go to therapy or some shit. She needs to get on some medication.
I need to have a